Well, I made the statement when we started game one that it wasn't going to get any better than that, the opening prayer, but we just had it for game two, and Scott Staten made the statement if he does that a third time, we need to catch that and include that in the broadcast. And
the sequel is as good as the original.
Man.
It's fantastic.
Our lead official has fired the crowd up with a prayer. They always do a team prayer before each game, and he's done a good job. This is boys 16U, Gold Ball 5A, Dallas Thunder from Texas taking on Trinity Pacific from California. The Thunder are in the white, Trinity's in the blue. In the circle, we've got Ward, Chakmakian. I'm probably going to struggle with that a little bit here. Noah DeVico in the paint or in the center for Trinity Pacific.
Yeah, Chuck Maki, and I had him last year in a game, and it took us a while to figure it out. And coaches said, that happens most games. Don't worry about it.
Chuck Makian, I can say that. Screen by Preston Ragsdale. Drive into the lane, spin move with the left hand. Jonah Carr comes up empty.
Looked like Ash got a hand on that one.
Actually, I had that backwards, didn't I? 2-0.
Colby Ash with the block at this end, and then he goes to the other end and lays it off the board. A quick start now for Dallas.
3 ball, no good for Isaac Myers.
So I know the Trinity's not on the board, but I tell you what they do win. They win the award for the longest travel. Some of them flew out here, but the coach told me a few of them drove. It was 26 hours to get here to Springfield.
That makes my 14.5-hour drive seem rather short.
Yeah.
Nabil Chaloub with the ball there between the circles. That's Ward Chakmakian, number 22 there. Trying to go inside off of the foot of Colby Ash, out of bounds.
So right now both teams just trying to get in a flow. They're trying to feel each other out, see what Trinity's not probably played this team before, and neither has Dallas played Trinity. So yeah, there was a travel. Feet got a little bit ahead of the ball there.
Trinity Pacific, their starters, Isaac Myers, 6'1", Micah Swartz, 6'1", Nolan Balikian, 6 foot, David Crago, 5'11", and Noah DeVico, 6'4". For Dallas, Nabil Chaloub, he's 0-0. That's Colby Ash driving to the basket. He scores again. He's got 4.
He's got all the points so far.
Jump shot for Schwartz won't fall. Would have been a 3 if it dropped. Chaloub going to pull it back out. 22 is Ward Chakmakian. You've got 2. You've got Harris and Ward in the Chakmakian clan. Nice pass inside. Ward can't complete it.
Yeah, he was right there.
Nolan Balikian there. This is Isaac Myers.
Trinity just needs to get something into the basket here. They've really struggled being able to get a shot.
Balikian with the drive, left-handed layup, falls. You can't see, it must have been a defensive foul, so Balikian should get credit for that.
That's a strong move, and that's, again, it's just a smart play, a player looking up and realizing, that so far they've had a tough time getting the ball to drop. They've not really had any good shots up to this point, and so he just drove really strong to the lane and was able to draw the contact and muscles that in.
Free throw will not fall. Balikian 6 foot, DeVico 6'4". He's the biggest target out there on the floor for Trinity Pacific. Coach Jay Myers, Dallas Thunder coached by John Singleton. Deep 3 missed, but there to get the rebound, Colby Ash.
Offside rebound, and boy, Ash has done a great job. As Coach told me before the game, you'll hear a lot of number 14.
Good save.
Nice.
Right there to put it in.
Fantastic dish there.
Number 15 will try and find a name for him.
Yeah, I got a couple of changes on the roster from what we had in the book, and so I'm sure it's correct in the scores book, but we're not down by the table. So up here in our perch, we're going to have to run down there and check it out. But for now, he's number 15. Employee number 15.
6-2 as we approach 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Chakmakian goes down low to Ash. That one won't fall.
Yeah, Ash seems to be the only guy awake so far.
15's going to pick up the foul.
Yeah, Balakian was once again looking to drive. He's a strong player. You can tell he's just got to build like a football player, and he's was looking to get down there low and drive down on the block, but was tripped up and drew the contact.
Schwartz trying to get inside. Nice dish to DeVico. That won't fall. They're trying to get it inside.
Yeah, they are, and that's the only place they've been able to score so far. So maybe might look to open it up with some outside shots, but they've not been able to get those to drop as well.
Our player to be named later had a nice shot there. Floater drops for Schwartz.
It's the second time they've been able to do that, but looks like that time they called a charge, and he landed pretty hard on his hip there. Schwartz with a strong move, but you know, it was almost a carbon copy of the earlier drive by Balakian, but this time he wasn't able to avoid enough of the contact, and so he was given the charge and came down pretty hard on his hip, and so he's going to go out and maybe rest that up a little bit, try to loosen up and be able to come back on the court.
Ezra Fekas checks in for Coach Jay Myers on the Pacific Crown side. 3 ball for Colby Ash. No.
He is not bashful. Put up a lot of shots today, and he's really been the scoring so far.
Balakian going to go to the hole. Nice pass to Fekas. Kick out for a 3 from the right side. No good for Isaac Myers.
One-handed dribble and pass. That was smooth.
That's court awareness, knowing where your guys are. Good rebound by Harris Chakmakian.
Yeah, that was a good follow. You're never going to go wrong when you're on a basketball team as a rebounder to crash the boards, because if it does go in, you just turn around and run back. But if it doesn't, and there's always a chance it won't, you're right there for some easy putbacks.
Be fun to be the cleanup man, I think.
Only on the basketball court.
Well, that's true.
Not a fun job anywhere else, I don't think.
Another foul on the Thunder. That's their 4th team foul as we hit 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
You know, it goes without saying, too, Steve, all of the fans that you hear are Dallas fans simply because Trinity Pacific is 26 hours from here, so not a lot of traveling fans for them.
Nice block from behind by Schwartz. He's going to get whistled for the foul, but that looked nice. He got up.
That was great effort.
Well, I was born in San Diego. My dad was in the Navy. I was 6 months old when we left.
Oh, wow.
So I don't remember it.
Didn't get to enjoy it so much.
Did not. But my heart is, there's a part of me that yearns for California. So those of you watching this broadcast today, enjoy California for me. We wish you were here.
Yeah, absolutely. Does it get any better than San Diego?
No.
I mean, what is it? The median temperature all year is, 73 or something like that? It's crazy.
Pretty nice. Chakmakian gets that one to go down. 7-2. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Spin by Balakian. Gets it back. Trying to find a seam. Handles the ball pretty well for a 6-footer.
Absolutely. Well, and then these guys, we talked about playing the 8:15 a little bit earlier. For them right now, it's basically like playing a 7 o'clock in the morning game. So these guys are really having to adjust.
Thought Fekas might take a 3. We got to travel.
He hesitated.
Did you see what Balakian did right there after the whistle had blown? About 3 feet beyond the 3-point line, he just popped a 3 in. So he's got some range as well.
Yeah, and I believe they gave him a technical for that. Or maybe warned for a technical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the official just made the T sign, but they didn't give him any shots. I think that he gave him a warning and said it's going to be a technical next time. You got to stay on schedule, Steve.
Well, I guess 3 ball for our player to be named. We'll get that name for you.
Yeah. I can't tell if the game just doesn't have a flow right now offensively because both teams are doing well on defense, or they just seem to both be struggling.
I think they're just struggling here early. You're right, no real flow yet. They did give a team foul, so I think it was more than a warning because we're up to 3 now.
Well, there
team fouls for Trinity Pacific. Great lead pass. And a layup for Noah DeVico, his first 2.
That's how they've scored both times. Just going right to the rim.
Good job defensively stepping in there. That was David Crago. And Balikian will call a timeout, a full with 9.5.
But Trinity a little flurry here in the quarter, and if they can get something to fall here these last 9.5 seconds, suddenly game where they didn't have any flow, they only had 2 points on the board most of the first period, they're right back in it. You gotta like that a team feels good enough about their chances that they're willing to drive or fly even that far and bring a crew out here knowing they're not going to have a lot of fans. I'd say that's one of those trips where even a lot of the parents can't make it, and they know it's going to be them against the world, so to speak. But they've come out here, struggled a little bit, but again, when you consider this is probably the earliest these guys have ever played this season on their time clock. It may be a slow start, or maybe we're starting to see here just at the end of this period a little more what they're actually like on the offensive end.
Well, you know as well as I do, anytime you can get a group of guys on the road, and this is toward the end of their season, but still, you get some guys on the road, you go to war together.
Yeah.
Some great things happen on the court as well as off the court.
Absolutely.
And that's part of what this is all about, is building young men.
Yep.
And teaching some life lessons. So
yeah, it's fun seeing them out there and all over Springfield and just the impact these kids make.
Balikian with 5. Works off a screen from Swartz. Back to Swartz for 3. Wouldn't fall, but good play. They set it up well.
Yeah, they did.
First quarter comes to a close. This is the boys 16 and under, a Gold Ball 5A game. Scott State and Steve Larson at Central High School in the pit. Go to nchclive.com. Click on both of our featured court channels. You can subscribe to both. You can be notified if you choose of when games are happening. And they're all archived there. We've also got games on Facebook as well. nchclive.com.
I used to think that living with aches and pains was just going to be part of my life. But now, I have a secret weapon. Real-time pain relief cream. I just rub it in and the pain is gone. It smells great, doesn't burn my skin, but don't take my word for it. You can try it yourself for just $1. Order yours now at tvpainrelief.com. Again, that's tvpainrelief.com. Real-time pain relief. It will be $1 well spent.
7 minutes on the clock. Here comes quarter number 2. Boys 16U, Gold Ball 5A. Scott Staten has made his way down to retrieve a couple of names for us. We apologize that wasn't a part of the first quarter broadcast. We did go down and check, but somehow we missed those. So we'll get them. Trinity Pacific basketball here to start the second quarter. They trail by 3. Where did Crago to Balikian? I like the way he handles the ball. For a big guy, he is solid as a ball handler. DeVico pops out. Little safety valve there up top. Ezra Fekas Over on the right wing, Micah Schwartz at the free throw line, steps in, nice leaner, he's fouled, he'll shoot 2. I believe Ward Chakmaki had picked up that one. That's the 5th team foul for Dallas. Micah Schwartz trying to get in the scoring column here. They've got 4 points. 2 of them came from Nolan Balikian, and the other 2 from Noah DeVico. Schwartz cuts it to 2. Could make it a 7-6 ball game here. And he does. Nice looking free throw. Jonah Carr is our player to be named. Number 15. We will now know who we're referencing there. Thank you, Scott. Well done.
Yeah, I got to go down in the pit there just a little bit, and a little warmer down there than it is up here. It's holding on to the heat.
Good defense there by Trinity Pacific. They got a chance to take the lead here for the first time of the ball game. 3 ball, left side, rolls around, won't fall. Still Micah Schwartz.
Ward Chakmakian was had the position there, put his back into his the guy who was defending, and came away with that board.
Jonah Carr.
Oh, falling out of bounds.
3 ball for Harris Chakmakian. Oh, great
nice
tap by Malikian. Great follow, great finish. Looky there.
He got the roll every inch of that rim. He's a deceptive player. He looks like he's bulky, he's strong, he slaps the floor there. He's really pumped up, but he's got some nimble moves inside.
Oh, we got some contact. Malikian saying he was hooked.
Yeah, that was right in front of the official, though. It looked like, I don't know if his arm got tied up with the Dallas player or he was falling and just pulled him down with him, but either way, it was definitely a foul on him.
Got it.
Neither team really in a flow, but it's like an 8-7 game, and it does seem like the team from California started to wake up here. The Thunder seemed like they were in control of the game early on, keeping the Californians from scoring, but right now it's definitely switched into their favor. Trinity.
They change point guards here. Schwartz going to take over. Ezra Fekas now up top. Isaac Myers. And there's Malikian. Nice spin move in the paint. I'll tell you what, I can't decide if he's left-handed or right-handed.
Might be both. We saw a lot of that last night over, especially in those 18U Gold Ball semifinal games for 5A. Players, you see that a lot more, I think, in the NBA and the NCAA now, where players are really taught early on to use both hands, and it's tough to tell. You know, they're ambidextrous, just about all of them.
How often do you see a left-handed point guard?
I don't know, but like I told you yesterday, something about a left-handed shot and dribble, they just seem like they're tough to guard. I don't know. It's a mental thing for me, I guess, being a right-hander. But you're lefty, so for you that might seem more normal.
Well, I'm not normal, Scott. That's
the new normal.
Looky here, Trinity Pacific with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Malikian, he is just a strong athlete. Great job contesting the shot there by Dallas rather, with Ash. But yeah, he is. You can tell he's an athlete.
DeVico sets a screen, rolls. They get it back to him on the right block, and shot rolls in for DeVico.
Yeah, that was a pretty feed inside. Recognized right away that he had his man sealed and just put it in off the glass.
Nabib Jaloub. We're in 0-0. Got Balikian in front of him. Baseline drive, pull-up jump shot, falls short for Ward Chakmakian.
Trinity's also looked like gone into much more of a matchup. It's a man-to-man now on defense, and that seems to have really put a stall in the game for Dallas.
3 ball, won't fall for Schwartz. 1 and done. Shalhoub leads them the other way. Under 3 to go here in the first half. Just a 12-7 score. 19 points in almost 14 minutes. 3 ball for Chakmakian off the side of the iron.
Yeah, that's a tough shot when you take a step back and then, especially for a big, and take your shot like that from 3-point. Yeah, almost
Schwartz picked up his dribble. Yeah. Looking left. Good defense by Harris. Chakmakian took that one away.
Yeah, spacing was really bad for Trinity. They're not aware of where their teammate was, and they ran into each other, and ball came out into the Thunder hands.
Colby Ash with 4, Harris Chakmakian with a free throw, and Jonah Carr with 2. That's where the 7 come from for the Thunder.
That man-to-man has really been a struggle for Dallas to get around and get an open shot.
3 ball, forced up by Ash, won't fall. Looked really off balance with that one.
Yeah, and that's the kind of shots they're getting. The one shot by Chakmakian wasn't bad, but you just don't see the flow for Dallas. Yep. Even though they've got 7 points on the board, it seems like they've been stuck there forever.
Schwartz was expecting DeVico to roll a little bit further down the lane. Pass goes out of bounds, so Thunder will have a shot here with 1:46 to cut into this 5-point deficit.
Coach Myers for Trinity Pacific, great job adjusting his defense and really making Dallas work for their shots. Another steal.
It's one thing I wish I had a better grasp on, the mindset of the coaches, the X's and O's, the adjustments that they make. The ability to do that, to adjust and talk your kids through it, get them where you want them to be, it's just amazing.
Yeah, there's 2 aspects, the recognition, but then also communicating that to your team where they can actually do what you want them to.
Schwartz with the drive.
Yeah, he left his feet, and at that point, the Dallas player was right where he needed to be in position to draw the charge, which he did.
This may be a longer conversation. Well, we can have it here during this break. As the Thunder call a timeout, it's going to be a full. So both teams have used a full. In college basketball, and I don't watch a whole lot of NBA. I don't know if this is in play there or not. But under the basket, you have that arch, that circle, half circle that's there. And if you're inside that, then when the player, you make contact, it's automatically a defensive foul. If you're outside it and you're straight up, it can be an offensive charge. Will we ever see that at the high school level?
One of the reasons I think they did that is the size of the players, and it was one of those things where I think for injuries, for it's changed the game. There was even talk at one point, I don't think it'll happen, but years ago they talked about maybe we need to raise the goal, because these guys are so tall now, they can all dunk, and so it could happen, because definitely you're seeing in high school, there's bigger players, they're faster, there's so much now that goes into the training and the development of these kids from early on that you could, but yeah, so far it hasn't been an issue. I know the NFHS has looked at that on a national level for high school, but I don't believe it's something that's on the horizon just yet, but it might not be a bad idea. We did see a little bit earlier in our first game where there was a collision underneath, and it's dangerous sometimes. You get the speed from some of these players and the size.
Jonah Carr with a nice curl and drive down the lane. He's fouled, will shoot 2.
Boy, Dallas just needs to do something to get the...
They're going to call it on the floor instead.
There you go. They need to do something to get their offensive flow here. I would look for a shot from Ash. He had hit some shots early. Get him involved a little bit. Maybe set up a play where he can have a screen or something to get open.
There he is right there. Step back 3 for Carr.
Again, those are so tough to hit. Step back 3s. You see it on TV and it looks easy, and it's not easy. You're pulling your momentum away from the basket when you shoot that.
Balikian bumps into Chakmakian. In the corner, it's Crago.
Trinity's been very patient to find the shot they want.
Myers hits a three from the other side. His first basket of the game. That's a big one.
Yeah.
6-1, Isaac Myers. Under 30 now here in the first half.
Yeah, if Trinity can get some outside shots to drop, that's really just going to make it even more difficult for Dallas to be able to stop their big game down low.
We haven't got the three up on the board yet. It's 15-7.
Yeah.
Trinity Pacific with the last shot of the first half, we believe. Screen for Balikian into the paint. Pull-up jump shot at the free throw line.
He's so strong.
Yeah, he is. So our first half comes to a close, 15-7. Again, you're watching the feature court 2. We are at Central High School. We've got 2 feature courts. One's at BBC, one's here. We've got Facebook games as well. Go to NCHC Live. All the links are there. Scott State and Steve Larson will be back for the second half in just a couple of minutes here on NCHCLive.com.
As a young girl playing tennis, I always dreamed of winning an Olympic gold medal for Puerto Rico. Entering the 2016 Rio Games, I was ranked 34th in the world. People said I had no chance to win the gold medal. The odds were against me. No woman representing Puerto Rico had ever won Olympic medals of any kind, and no woman or man had ever claimed gold for Puerto Rico. They said just to be an Olympian was good enough, that the competition was too good, that I should treat this as a building block for my career. They said go to Rio and just enjoy the experience. Well, I did. Yes, I can. And with real-time pain relief, so can you.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I train for something that should be impossible. When 8 seconds can change your whole life, it's not really about the seconds, it's about the hours. The hours that I spend preparing mentally and physically. It's about being the last one to quit, no matter how bad you hurt. If you dream of winning, you better be ready to earn it. Yes, you can.
Real-Time Max is Real-Time's most powerful lotion. Real-Time Max delivers fast pain relief to persistent, intense pain, including deep muscle pain, cramps, and over 100 types of arthritis. Loaded with peppermint, Real-Time Max provides a powerful burst of fast, minty pain relief.
This stuff ain't your grandma's pain relief. It doesn't stink, it's not greasy, and it works fast. Real-Time Pain Relief Max. Keep cowboying.
Scott Staten, Steve Larson at Central High School in what is affectionately known around here as the Pit, one of the most iconic high school venues in this part of the country. A lot of historic basketball played here. Game before this one, Cincinnati Trailblazers beat the MHEA Eagles 48-35. Boys 16 and under gold ball 6A game here. The Trinity Pacific Crowns from California lead the Dallas Thunder from Texas 15-7. This is a boys 16U gold ball 5A game. Scoring in the first half for the Thunder, Ash with 4 and Carr with 2. Harris Chakmakian with 1. Trinity Pacific, Isaac Myers with 3, Micah Schwartz with 2, Nolan Balikian with 6, and Noah DeVico with 4. It is Trinity Pacific basketball. Scott, we're 2 quarters away from declaring another champion.
Yeah, and right now, Dallas Thunder in the half, I'm sure they had to talk about, you've got to score some points. They either had 1 or no points in the second period.
Colby Ash steps in front of that pass. He's going to try and get things going as a player runs in and swats that away.
They called him for a charge.
Offensive foul on Ash. Wow.
Wow, you got to love the way Trinity went after that. Not only setting up for the charge, but then flying from behind to block the shot.
Was that Balikian that went through?
That's what it looked like.
Man, got him trapped on the side. Another steal.
Yeah.
This one by Preston Ragsdale. He's going to try and get 2. Won't fall. Man,
they cannot.
Lid on the basket.
On both ends for them. I mean, they switched ends this half.
Wow.
It looks like they've ramped up their defense, and maybe that's what sometimes that is how you get your offensive game going.
Loose ball.
Bodies on the floor again.
Timeout taken by Coach Singleton. It'll be a 30.
Yeah, if you're Dallas, and I actually like that approach. Sometimes kids can get frustrated. They like, coach, I'm shooting, everything's right, but it's just not falling. And what you control the things you can control. And on defense, you give yourself extra possessions, come away with steals, and you just play the statistics game. If you get enough possessions, at some point you're bound to score. And right now it's been one of those droughts where they've scored 7 points in this entire game, and most of that was pretty early on in the first period.
Chalhoub, Ash, Ward, Chakmakian, Jonah Carr out there for Dallas.
Wow, another steal.
Schwartz dribbles to the left side, thought about a 3. Myers will bring things the other way. He'll send Balikian to the left.
Dallas in a 2-3 zone. Almost challenging Trinity to shoot from outside and try to stop the bleeding from inside, where
I like that move by Singleton.
Yep, absolutely.
Especially the way Balikian was slicing them up when they were straight up. 3 ball for Myers.
Looked good, a little bit strong.
Rebound Fekas. Schwartz turns back up top to Myers.
Yeah, they've effectively taken away those drives in the lane by packing in the zone down low.
3 ball, in and out, no good for Schwartz. Here you go, chance to cut into the 8-point lead.
That's how you do it.
Dribble drive, nice by Jonah Carr. He's got 4.
Did a great job switching hands as he drove in there and laid it off the glass. Finally, maybe that'll get something going for them on offense.
I think Balikian, the key to him, if you can force him right, can slow him down. Kick out, 3 ball, left side. Got it.
Wow.
Micah Schwartz, he's got 5.
Well, that's a way to beat the zone. Hit those outside shots.
But they didn't shoot many of them in the first half, so to hit that one right out of the gate here in the second half. Steal.
Carr had an opening there, but was challenged and lost the ball.
Carr forces him left, trying to turn him back into some defense.
Balikian's a crafty little passer.
Yeah,
He's made
he
a couple of passes that were just really difficult.
Schwartz goes away from the screen, pull-up jump shot, got it.
Wow, he's got a game.
He's heating up, 7 points.
He's long, he's 6'1", but he plays much like a guard, and so he's posing some problems for the Thunder, trying to defend him.
15-7 at half, 20-9 now as we approach 3:40 to go, third quarter.
Dallas fortunate to come away with that one.
Yep. Chakmakian will not connect.
Yeah, you can tell the Thunder are frustrated. They cannot get the shots to drop.
They're pressing a little bit.
They are, and Trinity's defense is part of that, and part of it they're not having they're cold shooting today.
Myers misses the three.
If you're Dallas, you can live with that. You don't want Schwartz out there shooting the three-pointers and get into the hands of players you don't want shooting the threes.
Colby Ash takes a shot there. Have a substitution here. Harris Chakmakian will check in.
This is one of those points, Steve, where as a player and as a coach, you got to remind your players that don't be your worst enemy. You know, sometimes the best defender that you have is in your head.
Yep.
And what's happening is they're thinking about all the shots they've missed. And great scorers, you know, I think Kobe Bryant said that, is he had a really short memory. He just wouldn't remember his last shot, whether it went in or not, and just kept playing the game like it was new, and the next one will fall. And so if you're Dallas, you know that you can score. You look at your statistics through the year and your record through the year, and they're able to score, so they know that. And they've just got to erase what's been happening so far in this game. And on the other end, Trinity, you know, they've been patient now that they've built their lead and seem to be able to find an open man. They have struggled finding anything down low, but if you can continue to play the tough defense that they've played and be able to find some shots and be picky with those shots, take long possessions, that's right where you want to be.
20-9 your score. 2 team fouls for the Thunder, just one for Trinity Pacific. They're having a hard time getting the ball across half court. Now they do. We're going to have a foul.
Yeah, he was bailed out there because they were getting close to the 10-second call. But once again, he's just so strong. He's able to jump up into the air, and Malikian was able to draw the contact and the foul, and the official saw that from behind.
Dallas back to a man-to-man.
Pacific, they're okay with the 11-point lead to dribble the ball around and wait until they get the shot that they want. Good patience.
I can't believe what a low-scoring game this is. 20-9 this deep in the third quarter.
Absolutely. You know, Coach Myers, looks like he's told his players, just take your time. Wait until you find an opening. We can be patient. There's no shot clock. We have a lead. No reason to rush things.
Schwartz had a seam, chose to back it out. Nice drive by Isaac Myers. He's got 5.
Little scoop play.
Yeah. A la Julius Irving.
Yeah.
A little old school.
Almost looked like he cuffed the ball and then just rolled it up in. He may be too young to even know that that's a great compliment to be compared to Dr. J. He's going to look up and say, who is this doctor guy?
Jonah Carr knocks that one down. That's just the 3rd free throw for Dallas in this ballgame. They're 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Carr was 6.
Nothing wrong with that if you're Dallas. Whatever gets you on the board, and
you bet.
Get the fouls, free throws.
Get some offensive mojo going. Ball touches the sideline. It'll stay with Trinity Pacific.
And the official is right in front of Trinity Pacific's bench. He explains that it rolled off of Malikian, and now Malikian's having a hard time getting up. There he goes. He's like, I'm okay, coach.
I'm seeing Tweety birds, but I'm fine.
Yeah.
They're going to give him a second to regroup.
Yeah, he drew a lot of contact there, and then when the ball was loose, like a lot of great hustlers do, he just went all out, dove on the floor, and ended up on the bottom of the pile that time.
8-point halftime lead is stretched to 11 for Trinity Pacific. Thunder basketball here as we approach 2 minutes to play. Jump shot inside the 3-point line, falls for Ward Chakmakian, and he's on the board with 2.
That's the first time we've seen that in a long time for Dallas. Able to get a jump shot to fall there.
Wow, how did he pull that? How do you know he was even back there?
Yeah.
Pass back over the head to DeVico.
There's a name for that. I think they call it luck.
Man.
Came up gimpy there. Not sure who that was. I can't see from the side his number. But yeah, he was in there.
Noah DeVico.
DeVico came up with the ball, like you said, on the pass, the no-look pass in to save the ball. They had beaten the press, and then right at the end lost control. And in the scuffle, it looked like, as he fell to the ground, that's what I was thinking. The official called a technical, an intentional foul. It looked like maybe the Trinity player had either grabbed the Dallas player to prevent him from going after the ball or stuck his foot out. I'm not sure. But yeah, he definitely called the technical, and they get 2 more shots at free throws. There they
Cut
go.
it to 7. Boy, that's huge.
Yeah, that's in a game where you're not scoring. 4 straight free throws that's a flurry, man. That's a
And the basketball.
That's a run.
You could have a 5-point swing right here.
Yeah, he did. A little bit too anxious to get that adrenaline was pumping. They knew that they were on the verge of maybe making something happen and shuffled his feet.
Belichian is back in. Sets a screen, gets it back. Kick out for a 3 from Myers. Under the board, getting a rebound is Belichian.
That is just pure will and strength. He was really too far under the basket, but he just stepped back and just grabbed the ball away from the Thunder defender who was behind him. Belichian just imposing his will down there. These kind of players are tough to guard. They're stout, they're strong, but he's got a really good handle. Made some great passes, and so he's usually going to be on guys a little smaller than him. And
well, you would just think from his size standpoint, he would wear down whoever's guarding him.
Yeah.
Be really tough in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's like guarding a fullback.
No thanks. Screened by Ward Chakmakian. Thunder hang on to the possession.
Yeah, Ragsdale, the ball is getting away from him there. Sometimes you just got to reset.
Nice. Colby Ash finally gets back in the scoring column.
Yeah, he started with the game really well, and then we hadn't heard from him in a while. And then that time,
look
my
at
goodness.
that. Belichian with the and one.
That's some balance there. Hey, he was hacked pretty hard, and I don't know how he got the spin on the ball to make that go.
Boy, how about the answer by Trinity Pacific? Dallas kind of puts together a run, gets it down to shorter deficit. I think 7 points is what they had it down to, and now it's back to 8. Chance to make it 9.
Yeah, no free throws they've struggled with, Trinity Pacific, but they definitely grabbed this lead and held on to it.
1 and done for Dallas.
They've had an answer so far for anything Dallas has done. That was a dangerous pass, but the ball bounces right back to Belichian.
3 ball for Schwartz.
You want him to shoot those. He's a good shooter.
In transition. Ash is fouled. He'll shoot here.
Belichian thought he had all ball there, but he definitely got body as he went up, and loved the passion. He is an all-out player. Colby Ash, he's one of those scorers. When he got the ball that close to the lane, you could tell that he was going to drive in and force contact if possible.
Misses the front end. Second one is true. 7 points for Colby Ash.
Whittling away at this lead.
Schwartz through traffic. Going to take it himself to the hole. Wide open path with the left hand. 9 for Micah Schwartz.
You know, they had to respect that he could stop and pop the 3, and so they probably were a little closer than they should have been on defense, and then he just went around at great speed.
3 for Ward Chakmakian off the mark.
Schwartz grabs the board there.
I wish I knew the schedule that Trinity Pacific played Three ball at the buzzer there, no good. So 27-18 at the end of the third quarter. I wish I knew the schedule they played. It'd be interesting to see the talent, the kind of schools they played, and their road to get here. NCHCLive.com is where you'll find all of our links to the 2 feature court channels on YouTube. NCHCLive.com. You can subscribe to those. You can set reminders for when games are going on at both or one gym or the other. Facebook Live also with games going on today. Scott's going to be doing a few of those today. So we'll be right back. Fourth quarter coming up. The Gold Ball Championship, boys 16U 5A. We'll wrap it up when we come back here on YouTube.
This stuff ain't your grandma's pain relief. It doesn't stink, it's not greasy, and it works fast. Real-time Pain Relief Max. Keep cowboying.
Fourth quarter of the boys 16U Gold Ball 5A Championship set to go. It'll be Thunder basketball, and Balikian will start on the bench for the fourth quarter for Trinity Pacific. Give him a little breather and bring him in for the home stretch.
That lead is bulged to 9 for Trinity Pacific, and Dallas is going to have to chip away at that. And one of the ways that they did that in the third period was they were able to get to the free throw line, and that's how this quarter starts as well.
Jonah Carr will shoot 2 here.
Yeah, it didn't look like when he let go of that, his follow through, he almost stuttered at the end of his shot, and you want to just follow completely through on your free throw. Use your legs. There he goes.
7 of 10 in the ball game is where the Thunder sit in terms of free throw percentage.
Balikian got all of 10 seconds of a break there. He's back in.
Well, he's young. That's all he needs. Schwartz thought about pulling up. Balikian instead from the left side. Buries the 3. Bam.
Inside, outside.
You betcha. Back to an 11-point lead. There's a hole to the basket.
Yeah.
Harris Chakmakian now has 3 points.
Dribbled to his right, and when he looked up, there was nobody in front of him, so he wisely took it in for the easy 2.
That's been a rare thing to be able to get a clear path like that to the basket.
Yeah, some kind of a lapse there on defense by Trinity.
Schwartz thought about pulling up at the elbow. Will kick instead to the corner. 3 for Myers, a little bit long.
You're okay with that if you're Dallas. Want to keep it out of their scorers' hands when they're outside.
Chakmakian, other corner, 3 ball for Ash. Got it. 10 points for Colby Ash. He's starting to pick up where he left off in the first quarter.
And this is what we expected from Dallas.
Offensive foul.
Yeah. He knew he did it.
You feel the most starting to turn a little bit here, and Coach Myers wants a timeout. He's going to take a full.
Yep. Dallas faithful, boy, they're making some noise now. They've not had much to cheer for up to now, and you wondered once. It was one of those games where it was like first team to 30 wins, but all of a sudden they put 5 points on the board real quickly, and they've cut it down to 6. And so far there's been an answer. Trinity Pacific every time has come down and answered. They've relied on some of their experience, and it's been Schwartz, it's been Balikian, and they've really kind of carried their team so far. Dallas on the other end, they started this run by getting to the free throw line, and I would say as a coach, you probably want to continue to look for that opportunity. You don't have to have threes, although that last one there that fell for Ash, I believe, that may open the floodgates as well. We talked about you just got to have a short memory, and it seems like they've come out this quarter and a lot more confident in their shots.
Colby has battled the whole game. Started hot, as you mentioned, kind of cooled off, struggled a little bit. Now starting to find his stroke again, so he's going to be a big key down the stretch here.
Yeah, the whole team was so cold in that second quarter that's hard to overcome.
Colby Ash with 10, Jonah Carr with 9, so bulk of the scoring coming from those two young men.
Good games by both of those guys.
30-24, 5 team fouls apiece. Things tightening up here down the stretch in this gold ball championship game. Kick out, it's Jalub. Ward Chukmakian, pull up, shot blocked by DeVico. Gets it back, goes to the hole and scores. How about that effort by Chukmakian?
Yeah, don't give up. If you're a younger player and you're watching this game, when you get a shot blocked, that can sometimes just be another opportunity for you to recover and score.
Steal by Carr, at least got his hand in there, knocked it away. Balikian, kick out, 3 ball from Schwartz. There's an answer.
He's money out there.
Got some contact there.
Called it on Balikian. You know, I didn't see it, but it looked very similar to what happened earlier in the game when he fell down and pulled the player down with him, and I think that's what the official called there.
I didn't see it either. I just was watching things down here and looked back up, and there's 2 players on the floor.
I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd put money that he is a football player. He's very comfortable with contact.
Yes, he is.
He's like, that was a clean block.
No. 16 fouls apiece, so both teams will shoot free throws. Great cut down the lane by Colby Ash, and he's refound his stride.
And they stepped over the line. Yep, Trinity lost some concentration there, and right after the shot on the inbounds, they get called for the violation. It goes right back into the hands of Dallas.
5-point lead, chance to cut into it more here. Jalub, his first shot in a long time.
Yeah, that was forced. You would rather see a set shot or one of your players cutting. They've been doing a good job diving to the basket. Now they've got to get a stop on the other end.
Balikian wants it on the left block. Gets it, spins, left hand, up and in.
Yeah, once he gets that close to the basket, unless you double team him, that's points.
We've gone from an 11-point deficit down to 3. Dallas.
Yeah, I think the scoreboard put it on the wrong player, or wrong team rather.
I didn't see who scored.
That looked like it might have been number 21.
Harris?
I believe so.
Give those to him. So a 5-point lead. Schwartz again for 3. Short.
Wasn't quite set on that shot. He was moving a little to his left and then threw him off.
Jalub had a path down the lane. They couldn't get it to him. Here goes Ash with the right hand and one.
That has been open this entire quarter. Could be a matter of fatigue for Trinity Pacific, but Ash, great job recognizing that he's got that lane right there on the right side. He just, second time in a row that he's driven the lane. This time he draws a foul and hits the bucket, and he has a chance to pull his team within one. Actually, they're within 1 shot right now, but he can pull within 2 points.
Coach Jay Meyer calls the 32nd timeout. He's got a full and a 30 left. Coach Singleton, if my records are accurate, has 2 fulls left. So that's what's available down the stretch here. 17 fouls for Trinity Pacific. 6 on the Thunder. Both teams will shoot contact free throws the rest of the way.
Yep, and in a close game like this, that's going to be a huge part of this. Can you convert at the free throw line? It's been a pretty physical game, and so you're going to most likely have that opportunity. And so far, we've seen both teams have struggled a little bit at the line, and they've not done horribly, but it's definitely put into the question of your mind of whether they're going to be able to convert each time they're at the free throw line now.
Prior to these free throws, Trinity 5 of 7, Dallas 6 of 9. This is Colby Ash, who leaves that one short. He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 35-32. Malikian on the right side of the court this time. Expect him to go left. There he goes down the left side to the block. Spins again. That's been his signature move throughout the game. And he'll shoot 2 here. We've got an injured player.
Yeah, that's you. Really and truly, the Thunder, when he gets the ball, if they can't deny the ball on the block that close to the basket, they have to double team, which is what they did there. And he's still able to wiggle through that and draw the foul.
Ash gets up slow, but he's going to stay in. Chalhoub checks back in. Jonah Carr will take a brief rest.
Looks like Ash is coming over either to talk to the coach.
And I think Singleton wants to check and make sure he's all right. Nope, he's going to take a seat. We got to have one more on the floor, Coach.
Yep.
No, he's going to stay out there. Nope. Zakai Leninger going to check in.
Goes back to what you talked about yesterday, Roy Williams. If you're too tired or not, you're injured and you shouldn't be out there, you better tell me. And I think that Ash couldn't make up his mind and decided ultimately I better sit down for a second and catch my breath.
Malikian with point number 15.
Once again, both teams showing that they can miss free throws, and so it may come down to a free throw shooting contest towards the end.
Malikian 4 of 7. Nice drive by Harris Chakmakian, but good defense by the Crowns. 4-point lead as we're under 3 to play. Gold Ball Championship, boys 16U, 5A. Gold trophy on the line. Swartz to Crago.
You got a 4-point lead, so it's okay to take some time off the clock and wait until you get the shot that you want. Some dangerous passes, though.
Yeah. Leninger could have had a steal if he'd had his eye on the ball.
Yeah, you really want your players to be a little closer. Those cross-court passes are just, you hate to see those when you're a coach.
My blood pressure went up just watching it sail over there. I'm like, no!
Yeah.
DeVico, Swartz. Drives between some defenders, shot up, foul, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, seems like Coach Myers has told his team to be patient. He hasn't told them to not shoot, but what he's told them to do is look for a really good shot. And if you see an opening, players like Swartz are able to just drive in the lane and do that, and he was able to get himself to the free throw line. But now again, trouble converting.
Swartz 2 of 3. And they're going to talk to Colby Ash a little bit here. I wonder if they're not sure he's all right.
Yeah, and you know, it's also, yeah, there he goes. He's checking him out.
How many fingers am I holding up?
I think the pat on the backside might have injured him worse than what happened before. Some gusto there.
Schwartz gets the second one. He's got 13 and 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
There's Ash again. He's just looking to work in that lane.
Yep. Chakmakian shot won't go. Ragsdale had a chance to get it. Jump ball maybe. We're going to have a foul.
You know, those little mid-range jumpers have really just not paid off this game for Dallas. They've not been able to get those to drop, and because of that, you almost want to see them work the ball around. Where they've had success is cutting inside the lane, you know, being a slasher, looking when you're on the offside of the ball to be able to get into the bucket and go in for a layup, maybe draw some contact, but they keep going back to those mid-range jumpers and haven't been able to hit them.
Isaac Myers comes up empty at the free throw line. Chalhoub travels.
Yeah, he wanted to go straight in, but he faked to his right and then took a step.
1:46 on the clock, 5-point lead for Trinity Pacific. As Scott's pointed out a couple times, this is really early for them, coming from the West Coast, playing a 9:15 game here, 7:15 on their body clock.
Another one of those cross-court passes. And what happened was Isaac Myers, to be able to keep the defender from stealing the ball, he had to foul. And the official was right there.
The Thunder will shoot 1-1 here.
Yeah, this is where they have to convert. They've struggled from the hitting field goals, and so when you get free throws, you've got to put these in. And he not able, rims out.
Ash 1 of 4 from the free throw line. They catch a break. They'll get another possession here. But you got to wonder how many of these do you have left. You got to start capitalizing and knocking something down.
Yeah, and you got to think too, they're not afraid to foul now, Trinity Pacific, because their Dallas has not been hitting their free throws.
Good defense by Schwartz to thwart that under the basket shot. We'll keep away out front here. 1:20 to go. Schwartz is fouled by Harris Chakmakian.
I believe that's going to be 2 shots now. That's the 10th team foul. And so now Trinity Pacific, you're up by 5 with 1:19 to go, and points have not been easy to come by for Dallas, and so you can convert these free throws. You should be able to walk out of here with a win.
Schwartz just 4 of 5 from the free throw line. I shouldn't say just. That's pretty good.
He's one of the only ones. There's been, and it's not that the other guys have shot poorly, but they've all missed.
Yep.
Good box out. And a foul over the back, it looks like.
We'll come back down here and shoot free throws.
I think it to be Ward Chakmakian will be shooting the free throws from what I could tell. Maybe not. Looks like Ash is going to the line.
He is 1 of 4.
Yeah, he needs to convert her. He's a scorer, too. Surprising he's not been able to drop these free throws tonight.
Ezra Fekas checks in for Balikian. There you go.
There's plenty of time, too. 1:18 to go. You got to play defense on the other end, and you're probably going to have to force some of the issue because Trinity Pacific's been able to stall the ball just a bit.
Got them both.
That's big.
Balikian back in.
Four-point game, 78 seconds left.
Full court pressure by Dallas.
I like that. Kind of force the issue and try to get a turnover.
Myers.
Ooh.
Fouled by Preston Ragsdale.
He was bailed out there because he picked his dribble up. You don't want to do that. And when Dallas Thunder attacked, he was able to get a foul called. But yeah, if you're Trinity Pacific, you just got to be strong with the ball. And once again, another missed free throw. I was going to say, be strong with the ball and hit your free throws. You are going to be on the line. The only thing they have going in their favor there is they get 2 shots each time now.
Isaac Meyer missed his first 2. He connects on that one. He's got 6 points.
All right, if you're Dallas, this is what you wanted. Trade a 2-for-1 or a 3-for-1.
Straight to the hole goes Jonah Carr. Comes up empty. Schwartz is going to hang on to it, try and get fouled. Now gets rid of it. Loose ball, or dangerous pass, I should say. Timeout taken by Coach Myers. He's going to take a full.
That's a smart timeout. It was
a little chaotic there.
Yeah, it was, and his team was really struggling to get the ball down the court. Dallas on this end thought they got to travel, but the official was right there and says that Schwartz was able to keep his foot on the ground, and that they're doing what they need to do. Dallas, they're trading basically the idea that Trinity Pacific is going to go to the line and miss at least 1, and then if you can come down, hit a 2 or a 3, then the trade-off is you are cutting into that lead. But when you look at the clock, 48.9 seconds, they've not been able to put the ball in the bucket very much today, and so it's going to take some effort. It's going to take some of the. I personally, Steve, I think what they need to do when they get the ball, I like the drive, but not necessarily a shot there, is maybe send one of your guys into the lane on those strong drives, but then have a guy set up for a
On the
three
wing,
and
kick
kick it
out.
out. Because Trinity they're diving and collapsing on defense to try to block those shots, and often that will leave somebody out of position and leave someone open on your offensive end.
Swartz will throw it in. They stack it up. And they give it to Myers, who's chased, and I kind of feel like Coach Singleton has put the bullseye on Myers, going to force him to be the one to go to the free throw line.
Yeah.
He's got 6 points in the game. He's missed 2 free throws, converted 1, and he steps up and knocks that one down.
Dallas doing the offensive-defensive set where they put in different players to foul, and then once the foul is called after the first free throw, they switch back in their offensive players to be able to try to put some points on the board.
Misses the second.
Still a 2-possession game.
40 seconds to go. Drive up with the left hand. Chakmakian knocks that one down. 6 points for him. Timeout by Dallas. He's got 2 fulls left, so that'll leave him with a full. And Coach Myers has got a 30-second timeout left.
Yeah, he was calling that for 2 reasons. One, just to go over some of the late instructions. What do we do if this happens? If they hit this free throw, what kind of plays are we looking for? And at the same time, be able to do that switch out where he puts in new players to be able to foul without worrying about foul trouble on his individuals, and then try to get the ball back and again do a trade, at least a 2-for-1 or 3-for-1.
Dallas 8 of 14 from the free throw line.
Well, those are free throws you'd love to have back that you missed there because they're just down 4.
Dallas 10 of 18. I'm sorry, Trinity Pacific 10 of 18.
Yeah, and that's on the other side. You think, wow, we'd hit half our free throws.
30 seconds,
missed.
and they foul Myers, who again just 2 of 5 thus far. The rest of Trinity Pacific will collapse back here.
A wave of substitutes for offense getting ready to come back in for Dallas.
How about that? Knock that one down.
Yeah, he's at this rate, even if you're getting 1 out of 2 with 29 seconds left and up by 5.
You're stretching it.
Yeah, you don't have to have a 3 right now if you're Dallas, but if he hits this one, you got to strongly look for an open 3 if possible because you're running out of time.
Ash has hit a couple. That one pinballs in and out.
Yep, 1 for 2 again.
All the way goes Ragsdale. Comes up empty. Swartz will be fouled by Chakmakian.
That wasn't a bad shot by Ragsdale either. He had an opening and just couldn't get it to fall. But that's been the case a lot today for the whole Dallas team. They've made some good drives, but finishing has been an issue.
Those of you who might have tuned in to see the SWCHA Saints and the Columbus Hawks, that game a little bit behind schedule, supposed to start at 10:15. We've got 20 seconds left, probably about 6 minutes between that game and this game.
Swartz sinks them both, and that might have put the game away.
Approaching 10, Balikian is fouled.
Well, the trip seems worth it. Back in the old days, I think they went to California for the gold rush, but it looks like this California team has come to Springfield to get their gold today.
How long you been sitting on that one? That's pretty good.
Honestly, blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
That's pretty good. Permission to borrow that if that ever comes up again?
Hey, the way this California team, they're gritty. They do what they need to do to win. You might see them a little further on.
Well, if we're not together, I'll give you full credit. If we are, you can use it again.
I haven't trademarked it. You're all good.
All right. Balikian gets him to go. He's got 17. Thunder will come down quickly. Kick out for a 3 ball from Seymour. Put back, no. And there's your buzzer. The 2019 Boys 16U Gold Ball 5A champions. Congratulations to the Trinity Pacific Crowns. Coach Jay Myers. And boy, after the first quarter they endured, they turned the game around and earned a 44-36 victory.
Fantastic job by California team. They went against a lot of things, all the long travel, the early start, and able to come out here to Springfield and get their first gold ball, and congratulations to them.
Coming up, boys 18 and under, Division 3B gold ball game between the Saints and the Hawks. We'll have that for you next from Feature Court 2 on YouTube.